Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have something very special for you. I am extremely excited to be partnering with Corteva AgriScience and Pioneer Seeds to bring you a soybean yield guessing contest based on the results from our own farm. Could there be a more perfect way to ring in the end to another challenging growing season than to give you folks an opportunity to snag some free Pioneer Seeds merchandise? I really don't think so. I am very grateful for the opportunity to give back to all of you that have continued to support the channel for the last few months. Pioneer Seeds has graciously gifted us a large selection of gear to give away to our contestants. Hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and a jacket are among the things you can win just by entering the contest, all of which will be shipped directly to you and in your size. Of course, the grand prize winner will have first selection on the swag. The nicest prize in the bundle is a brand new Corteva and Pioneer Seeds branded Carhartt heavy duty jacket. These are a really hot commodity at seed dealerships around the country, trust me. It almost hurts me a little bit to be giving this away, especially with these cool, brisk fall mornings and chilly winter days we have coming up in the calendar. Okay, now that I've dangled a few carrots in front of you, let's cover the rules. This is by no means a highly scientific contest. This is all in good fun. I am going to be showcasing a few extend soybean varieties on our farm, as well as giving you a little bit of commentary about the growing season and the field conditions. Your job is to comment down below the video and tell me which farm and variety you think will be the highest yielding on average, and guess that yield to 2 decimal places. That's right, 2 decimal places, 0.00. That is the only way for me to protect the integrity of the contest if we have a large influx of contestants. For those of you who are unfamiliar with yield checking soybeans prior to harvest, looks can be very deceiving. Even an experienced agronomist can struggle to accurately peg soybean yields prior to harvest. Sometimes an honest guess may be your best bet. I would recommend that you keep your guessing range somewhere between 60 and 100 bushels per acre. The individual that selects the right field and is the closest to the average yield without going over will be our grand prize winner. There will be runners-up, and a few of you at random will be selected to win some of the smaller gear. Of course, the grand prize winner will have priority selection on the gear, so if they don't want this nice Carhartt jacket, they may choose something else. Oh, and before I forget, to be eligible for this contest, you must be subscribed to Pioneer Seeds on YouTube and myself, aTrippyFarmer, on YouTube. While you're down there subscribing, you might as well hit that thumbs up button. They're right next to each other. I bet you it'll give you some good luck for this contest. Additionally, you must be following aTrippyFarmer on Instagram and Pioneer Seeds. This is crucial because Instagram is the platform we're going to be using to communicate with our winners to make sure that they get the order they want and in the correct size. Because this is a real on-farm collection of yield data, the results of this contest will not be in until the combines roll through all the different fields that we're looking at. I'm certainly not going to trust our combine monitors to determine the final yields for these fields. All of the fields will be weighed over a scale to make sure that we have an accurate average for our fields. When I do put together the video in the future announcing the winners on this channel, I may include a few of the combine yield maps just to show you guys what we were working with. There's another reason you should be subscribed anyways. You may just miss your opportunity to win some awesome seed swag. One last thing before we go, I want to give another huge shout out to Corteva and Pioneer Seeds for sponsoring this video and this contest. That way I can give back to you guys, and to Bruce Daly, our Pioneer Seeds dealer, for letting me come over to his place and get an awesome background for filming this contest. Okay, that's enough shop talk for now. Let's go scout some awesome looking Pioneer Extend soybeans out on our farm. This year was a wild ride for our soybean crops, but it seems like every year in farming is full of its twists and turns. In the beginning of April, we were able to get out of the gate at a much faster pace than we have in years past. In the first couple weeks, we had both planters rolling, covering a vast amount of our acreage. All of the soybean varieties that I'm about to showcase to you were planted in the first couple weeks of April, so there's no shortage of vegetative growth out in our fields. I have always been a big proponent on our farm of planting our soybeans as early as possible. At times, I would rather have the corn planter parked, waiting for better weather, and have the soybean covering our acres, even if the temperature is close to freezing. As long as our ground is in working condition and we are trending towards warmer weather in the forecast, I'm going to send that planter any day of the week. All of the soybean varieties you're about to see were planted about 1 inch to 1.5 inches deep, depending on the conditions, at a target population of 165,000 plants per acre. In all of the fields I'm about to show you, we have a fantastic stand of soybeans, and that's primarily because of how thick we planted those soybeans out of the gate. By early summer, weather conditions had shifted in a very conducive manner for vegetative and reproductive growth, with the exception of a few damaging rainfalls here and there. At this point, I really thought we were in store for something special, maybe something tremendous out in our fields. August, though, had different plans for our farm. We received 35 tenths of rain total, 0.35, 35 hundredths of an inch. And, as they say, August rains are a major player for soybean yields in our region. Our soybean yields are still going to be fantastic across the farm, and I'm sure we're going to be more than happy with them, but Mother Nature did play her hand to limit our top-end yield potential. First on our list are Pioneer 31A95s. The 31A95 is a newer soybean variety in the Pioneer Extend lineup with a lot of genetic promise. I really like what I see out on the farm. The beans look very healthy, very tall, and a very good pod count. What I will say is this farm had a lot of hail damage earlier on in the season. I had a video on that. It is one of our more productive pieces of farm ground in the area, but we had a lot of heavy rainfalls in July that did cause a lot of ponding and a need for a lot of replanting in this field. So keep that in mind when you're looking at it. That's the 100 bushel lean right there. Up next, we have a field of Pioneer Extend 36A83 soybeans, another newcomer to the Pioneer Extend lineup, and they look great out here. Our Lake Road farm that I'm out in right now is another one of our fields that's very productive. This farm is comparable to the farm that has the 3-1 soybeans that we just looked at, but it had much less ponding and didn't suffer the severity of hail damage that the other farm did. From start to finish, these 36A83 soybeans from Pioneer had a beautiful lush green color, colored a little bit different than most soybean varieties out here, and it's noticeable. They've looked great from start to finish, and I think this will give all of our fields a run for its money. This is another field that row after row after row is leaning over. Last but certainly not least, we have this field of Pioneer 40A47 Extend soybeans. The 40A47 soybeans are going to be the oldest set of genetics we have in this competition, but they do yield well. Last year, in 2019, on one of the most challenging growing seasons we've ever had, these 40A47s took the crown as the highest yielding. Now, their yield wasn't tremendous, but compared to the rest of our farm, they were definitely the best. The Daily Farm where these are located are extremely productive soil. This farm 2 years ago took the record for the highest scale verified yields we've ever seen in soybeans on our farm. Pioneer's 38A98 soybeans, which are no longer commercially available in our region, were the soybeans that hold the crown here for highest yielders. 92 bushels per acre on this farm. Keep that in mind as you make your selection because this farm does have a history of great soybeans. This farm has looked great all year, but it did suffer from some very large rainfalls like the rest of the farms that resulted in some replanting and stand issues. I think the yield potential is still here for something big. I wouldn't sleep on it. This morning I've been out and about working on this yield contest for you guys. One of our combines has been out cutting into one of our most marginal fields we have, a very poor soil compared to the rest of our farm. And let me tell you, based on the yields we're seeing, if the combine's correct, you guys better guess high. Well, everyone, that concludes our 3 varieties and fields for our soybean yield guessing contest giveaway. Make sure you take the time to go back in the video, look at our 3 fields again, and make an honest guess at which you think is going to be the highest yielding on average. I won't put any advertisements in the middle of the video. That way it's easy and hassle-free to hop around the video without any unexpected pop-ups. I think you guys would be surprised at how good of soybeans we can grow here in Coles County in Central Illinois. Remember to check everything off the list to be eligible for this contest. Subscribe to the appropriate channels and Instagram pages and make your guess to 2 decimal places, 0.00. Last time I'm going to say it. I want to give one more shout out to Corteva and Pioneer Seeds for working with me on this video to sponsor this yield guessing contest. I can almost barely contain my excitement to get the combines out in the field and bring back this yield data so we can announce our winners. I also want to give a shout out to all of you folks for continuously supporting the channel. I really appreciate your continued viewership and all the support you've given me over the last few months. All of the recipients will be announced in a video on this channel and probably on the Instagram page in the upcoming months. It will take a month or 2 for us to harvest all of our fields, get the yield data aggregated, and announce our winner here on the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss it when we announce the winners of the contest. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment if you have any other questions. You guys know I love to talk about farming. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day, and to all my fellow farmers out there, have a happy, safe, and prosperous harvest. Peace!